What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, which is all about carbs, I want to share this with you because I'm super excited by this. Look at this, look. We have new kit, we have a new camera lens. This is amazing. This is a game changer for all YouTubers because not only is this a lens, but look, take it apart. And what do you need from all good camera lenses? Coffee. Coffee goes in. Coffee can be drunk from the lens, and then this is the best bit, right? Lens goes back together. Then we can simply just pop this lens back on the camera and we can film with this lens. Watch this. Okay, today is all about carbs. How many should you eat? What should you eat? And will you lose weight if you cut them out completely? Carbs are often seen as one of the biggest problems when people start to gain weight. And along with going running, cutting carbs is one of the first things we change when we decide to try and lose some weight. But do you know what carbs you're actually cutting from your diet? Is it just white carbs you're cutting? What about the brown carbs? What about fruit? How many carbs are you drinking? And what about chocolate? Do you really know what you're leaving out of your diet when you declare to everyone that you're going keto or you're going to cut out carbs? Because not all carbs are created equally and they respond differently in each of our bodies. And I want to show you now that not only are carbs safe to keep in your diet, but they're essential if you're looking for long-term weight loss and long-term overall health. But before we get too involved in all of that, we first need to know what a carbohydrate actually is. Carbs usually come in two forms: white carbs and brown carbs, or whole wheat carbs. And if we are having carbs in our diet, we want to make sure that it's the brown carbs or the whole wheat carbs that we include most of the time. All carbs are essentially just sugar, but it's how these sugar molecules are connected that will affect the taste, the size, the color, the shape of the carbohydrates, as well as how it responds in our body. White carbs are known as simple carbohydrates. When we consume any carbs, our body wants to break them down into its purest form, into its simplest sugar, which is glucose. And it's this glucose that our body uses as its primary source of energy. So the white carbs, the simple carbohydrates, are broken down really quickly by our body, and they get changed into that glucose form super quickly and gets used for energy straight away. White carbs consist of things like white bread, white pasta, white rice, cakes, chocolates, sweets, and of course the sugar that we add to drinks like teas and coffee. As our body breaks down these carbs really quickly, we get that sudden rush of energy, and that's when we experience the high after eating these tasty foods. But the brown carbs, the whole wheat carbs, the complex carbohydrates are made a little bit differently. Yes, they're still made up of lots of sugar molecules connected together, but as the name suggests, they're connected in a more complex way, and this makes it harder for your body to break these molecules down. This means the release of energy from these complex carbs is drawn out over a longer period of time, keeping us energized for longer and also helping to suppress cravings. Okay, by eating the complex carbs, we've lost that sugar rush, that high from eating the simple carbs, but we've also lost that low, which always follows that sugar rush, that high from eating the simple carbs. And it's that dip that comes after the high that leads us to craving more sugar and binging on more sweets. And it's these cravings and this binging on sweet food that leads to the weight gain, the brain fog, and things later in life such as diabetes. So the more you can eat the complex, the brown carbs, the better it's going to be for your weight loss, the better it's going to be for your physical body and your mental health as well. And this makes them an essential part of any diet. So now we know we need to include the complex carbs in our diet. One big question remains, and that is, how many do we eat? Now I'm going to break this down really quickly and really simply so that everyone, you and me, anyone watching this, regardless of sex, age, height, weight, can eat the right amount of carbs on a daily basis. To do that, we need to know how many calories we should be eating on a daily basis, and that's slightly different for everybody. So if you want to know how many calories you need to eat, go and check out this video above. That will show you to a free app and how you can work out your daily calorie intake. Once you've done that, we need to come back and we need to split our calories into macronutrients. That is your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. Although we're trying to work out how many carbs we need to eat, we do also need to know how much fat and how much protein we need on a daily basis as well. And don't worry, this is super quick, super simple, and I'm going to show you that right now. So if I use myself as an example for this, I eat 2,700 calories a day and I weigh about 80 kilos. So straight off the bat, I know that I'm going to be having about 80 grams of protein per day because I'm going to have 1 gram of protein per kilogram of weight. So 80 kilograms I weigh, I'm going to have 80 grams of protein per day. And because each gram of protein works out to be 4 calories, that's 320 calories worth of protein for me per day. So let's now look at the fat, another thing that we feel we need to cut out when we're trying to lose weight. But actually, it's a foodstuff that's essential for our overall health and essential for our weight loss as well. But I'm not going to talk about that too much today. I want to talk about that next week. So if you want to see that video and a lot more, hit the subscribe button now so you get the notification, ding the bell so you can come back next week and you can see that video as well. So I work my fat out as a percentage of my overall calories. And it can be anything. It can vary depending on what your goal is and what you're training for, etc. So it could be 20%, 25, 30%. For me, my fat percentage, I work out at 35%. So 35% of my 2,700 calories is 945 calories per day. Add this to the 320 calories I'm already eating in protein, and that's 1,265 calories per day in fats and protein. That leaves me 1,435 calories per day of carbohydrates that I can eat. And I know it fits into my macros. I know this works well for me. That's 1,435 calories. That is over 50% of my daily food intake is carbohydrates. I know that seems a lot. There'll be people there going, 50%, I can't eat 50% of carbs. But I'm telling you now that not only is it safe to do so, but you can still lose weight by eating 50% of your daily calories in carbohydrates. Even if I'm cutting my own calories after months of a high calorie intake and some heavy weightlifting, I still stick to these ratios. And I know I lose weight and lean up by including 50% of my daily calories as carbohydrates. It works for me, it works for my clients, it will work for you. Providing you stick to those complex carbohydrates, that's the brown carbs, and you stay away from the white simple carbs and the refined sugars, you're gonna see great results from doing this. So if that was helpful, like I said, please go down, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell. Over the next 2 weeks, we're going to talk about fats and proteins. We're going to come back to them videos because they are so important and they're really going to help you lose weight super easily, super quickly. So please don't miss out. Go down, subscribe, ding the bell. You got it. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate that. I hope it helps you. I'm going to leave you now with a little clip of a lockdown game that we've discovered over Christmas, which is great. We're all in the house. We can't go anywhere. We've got to do things. Why not do something fun? Check this game out. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to link it down below in the description so you can all go out and get it and you can all have a good fun. It's an amazing game. Go and check that out. Other than that, guys, please go down, hit that like button, smash it. That's what everyone's saying, smash it. I don't know where that's coming from, but smash that like button, whatever that means. Enjoy this bit of the video and I will see you all again next week.